Hello and welcome from Sulzemoos, which is in Bavaria. It's the north of Munich, very close to Munich in fact. And here we have the largest selection of motorhomes, camper vans, possibly also caravans in Europe. Less RVs in Europe. This is like going to a trade fair, and if you're looking for a new vehicle from wherever you may be, then you might want to consider coming here because there's a huge choice of new stuff, but also of used stuff. And what I'm really interested in actually doing is showing you some of the used stuff. I don't often get the opportunity to do this, and also seeing such a large amount of vans. And this thing here, this Hymer Tramp 614 CL from April 2012, it was first registered. It's got nearly 93,000 kilometers on the clock. It's got a payload of 510 kilos and it costs 39,000 euros. It comes with the equipment which is written here, so I don't really want to go through the whole lot, but it gives you the idea it's relatively well equipped. One thing it doesn't have though is an awning, so if you fancy an awning, you're gonna have to get one put on. I won't be able to show you the garage because it's locked. I've already tried before coming in here. But of all the vans I've seen here, I find this one particularly interesting. One thing I do want to point out, this company that makes these locks, Heos, they're not as good as the company would have you believe. Right, nowadays they've got double floors, but when this was done, they don't. So there's no double floor in this van. Hymer has sort of changed the way it looks internally, as you'll now see. But let's start off with this bed here. Look how you can actually, I don't know if this actually came with the van or if this was something which they learned later, but you can make an extra sleeping place there should you want. Obviously there's captain's chairs coming around. You've got this lovely seating group around the table here, and you have to pretend the table's there because we've got the bed there at the moment. And you've got a double bed at the back with easy access up these steps here, which contain a storage. Now, they have a number of vans here, but I think of all of them, this is the one I would choose. But I must point out, it could do up there with some nets or something to stop things falling out. A ledge is not much use when the vehicle is in motion. How deep are these? Let's have a look. That's okay, can't complain at that. Yes, this is for the heating. Although I had a Hymer, I was a bit older than this, but I've got to say the heating wasn't much good, and it drained the battery really quickly. So if you're not on hookup, then this blown air heating is not much good in my opinion. Right, so it's an enormous fridge here. Sorry. Okay, kitchen. Well, it looks the same. I haven't changed much. Now, bearing in mind that how many kilometers this has done, incidentally, it's done more kilometers for its age, much more than mine has done. Okay, it does look used. I've got to say, doesn't look brand new. It's a bit here, for example. You can see that, but all the same, so it doesn't look too bad. But the real clue as to how much something was used and looked after or not is around here. And this, I think, is in immaculate condition. It's got a nice smell to it as well, so somebody obviously had a go at putting it in immaculate condition. You see, the style though hasn't, in the bathroom, some of the models really hasn't changed. that much. Right, see, it's outdoors, so I've got my hat on. That might be a slight exaggeration, it's not that cold, it's about 8 degrees now. I want to come back now in the kitchen, and we do see a minor problem here, for example, because you've got, see, the gap here, but not a gap there. That means inside it's going to have to be, it's going to have to be screwed on, tightened up. But that's an easy to solve problem. Probably. Plenty of storage in there. Nice use of this here. Although anything stored on there, it's going to fall out when you go around bend on the motorway the first time at 215 kilometers an hour. Oh, it can't do that much. Oh, well, in that case, there's nothing to worry about. Now, there's a couple of features here which I do also particularly like. Got 2 large wardrobes here. And the next thing which is particularly good is this, which is a feature which is a relatively new type of feature. Something like this, which is this panoramic light. You did see them introduced in more and more vans from about 2014 onwards. But nice though. Right, so if they said to me, you can have any van you want, but you got to live in it, and you can't sell it, so I can't, take one of the Concords or something and then sell it. I think I'll take this one. Oh, you can see there how the blind works. Cardboard blind, probably from Dometic. And access to the garage from both sides. Now, so the price of this one here is 39,000, and here's another 39, was €1,000 or 40,000. This one here. This thing here though is slightly older, although it's only got half or less than half the amount of kilometers. 42,000 on the clock. This is from July 2010. We'll have a quick look inside because Death Lefts and Hymer, same owners. And here, okay, similar colour scheme, but the bed at the back somewhat different. And the bathroom nowhere near as good, in my opinion. You might think it's far better. Got this enormous storage, huh? Oh, so they went to these places there. You have Berlin and Alzey, which, if I remember rightly, is that coming out? No, it's not. There you go. Alzey, which I believe is in Austria, I think. Okay, of the two, even though the engine may be a bit more worn, I'd definitely go for the Hymer. Give you an idea of some of the other vans. You've got here Sunlight vans, Gluckmobile, sort of been built specially to order for the company. Here's the distributor, I should say, the Mr. 550 from PLA. PLA vans do tend to be a little bit cheaper, as is this one, the Miller T730C, another film, but that's also, I think, a very particularly interesting one. Here we have a Sunlight T57. I think I'll show you this one, as it's just come from the same group. So this is from September 2012, 33,000. So it's a similar age, and Let's see if we can get in. Now, for me, it would have to be the Hymer, I think, of the three I've just shown you. Even though this one is a bit cheaper, and I didn't give you the kilometers, it's got 69,000 on the clock. Okay, look, this is just a tiny scratch at the surface of what you can see here. I'm going to film as many as I can during my stay here, so please do subscribe, and if I stand in front of a mirror, you'll see me in the next video.